Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Peace. I'm with the Footsteps to Peace. I'm a psychic astrologer and an intuitive life coach. If you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you'll find the link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Also, like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. All right, you guys, how's your day going so far? Hopefully breezing right through this energy. I feel like it's just kind of like this calm before the storm. It's like we're waiting for the other shoe to drop because this week is more kind of like we're just kind of floating through right now. And so I know that that can be really hard, especially when we've been through such intensity and then all of a sudden we're at this like plateau, it feels like. Trust me, everybody can feel the momentum gathering and gaining strength, right? And it's getting ready to happen with that eclipse on Thursday. I think that we're really going to feel the aftermath of the eclipse like coming into the weekend, so just keep your thoughts positive. Don't think about anything that is outside of yourself that you cannot control. Don't get wrapped up in the narrative of all the crap that you're seeing outside. I feel like, it's just going to take you off into a whole nother manifestation that you don't want to be a part of. So keep that in mind, you guys. This one's powerful and can really shot put us into something so magnificent if we don't get caught up in the bullshit that's going on around. Because I'll be honest with you, whatever they're showing you on television anyway, there's more behind the scenes that they're not showing you, especially with Mercury being in retrograde, that what's the point? I feel like things are going to just disappear. Some things are going to disappear and new things are going to arise. So whatever that means for you, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, nothing is yet set in stone. So, for June 8th, I feel like, you have the opportunity, if you don't like where your thoughts have been going, because you have to understand too, with the sun in Gemini, Mercury in Gemini, North Node in Gemini, this is a lot about the mind. So, our mind can really play tricks on us right now. This could be a time where you're overthinking, overanalyzing, just your mind has got way too much chatter. So I feel like nothing is yet set in stone. At any point in time, you can always change the trajectory of your life. By changing your mindset, you change the energy, you change the outcome. And this is a mutable moon. Plus, it is a mutable eclipse that we're going through. So keep that in mind as we move forward, guys. So let's go see what the mutable moon wants to say. Cardinal moon, fixed moon, mutable moon. Okay, so it says mutable is all about change, shape-shifting, even that something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation that you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there is also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is a great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but you should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is yet set in stone. Knowing that the best is going to unfold before you is really, really, really important. You're meandering towards your goals, and that's okay. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you become distracted? It's time for you to focus. Stay with it, whatever it means to you. In astrology, there are three so-called quadruplicities: Cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. And when the moon is in one of these signs, there's going to be more flexibility in a situation. Anytime you pull this card, it suggests there's the opportunity to keep visualizing and affirming what you want, as there's still room for change. So think about what you want and enjoy the daydream. So I do feel like this week, if you're trying to control anything, I feel like you're going to learn where you don't have any control. So I would be honest with you when I say be flexible. Mutable, if you're a Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, or have any of that in your chart, I feel like you would understand, if you know any of them, they just kind of adapt. You know, Virgos like to be a little bit more controlling, but for the rest of the signs, they're just kind of like fly by the seat of their pants, you know, so keep that in mind as we move forward. You know, don't let the fear of the unknown get in the way of where you guys are headed at this time. I really feel like there's a lot. Yeah, there's the, you know, Gemini Virgo card. This is the Mercurial card, the Magician. So I feel like, you know, you're manifesting right now. We're all manifesting. And I will tell you, with today being Tuesday, I would say, honestly, get on your manifestations now. I would sit down tonight and do your full moon, or I'm sorry, new moon manifestations, especially seeing the Magician there. I would sit down and write in your journal, whatever, you know, new moon things that we do, you know, if you light candles and, you know, cleanse your, yeah, there's the sun. So I feel like, you know, whatever new moon manifestations you guys do, I would definitely get on that tonight. I wouldn't wait until the new moon, okay? And then I would hold true to that so that you're not hold true to that so that you're not being wishy-washy, and anything that is coming up that is not of that. And there's a Magician again, okay? So that's not a coincidence, you guys, that the Magician continues to come up in this reading, because you really are manifesting your heart's desire right now. Death and transformation, okay? Nothing is yet set in stone. For some of you, there is a big ending that is coming. The Six of Pentacles is the challenge, you know, getting the reciprocity that you deserve. For some of you, this ended because you weren't getting what you needed out of this. Spirit, please show me June 8th. What messages do we have for June 8th? Seven of Wands. Okay, somebody here trying to stand the high ground, okay? The Lover's card, a choice and decision about their future and what needed to end. That's showing up in the past. For some of you, it's walking away from a relationship. Seven of Pentacles is what is on your mind. What do I do now? Now you've got two sevens, okay? We've got the Knight of Wands showing up here. So a lot of busy energy back and forth. You guys could just definitely be busy at work. Okay, we've got the Five of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the King of Cups. And we also have the Page of Pentacles. For some of you, you're going back to school. Okay, the Chariot just tried to come out too, but that was also in the reverse. So for some of you, you might end up with some car issues, okay? I'm just going to call that for what it is. Right underneath the Page of Pentacles, we have the Fool. The Fool is all about taking a leap of faith. For some of you, it's going back to school. It's learning something new. It's, you know, whether it's a practice, because, you know, for some of you, you're having to end your job because you weren't getting your return on your investment. You know, maybe you were only getting pennies on the dollar when it was like, you know, you look and you're like, I could be doing so much more. I could be starting my own business and working for myself. And instead of building, you know, someone else's empire, you could be building your own. You know, the challenge is getting what you deserve, you know, the reciprocity, getting the, you know, it's got to be balanced. It can't be you doing all the work and then you're building their empire. And that's really how it is. You know, I worked in the restaurant industry for 25 years. Their markup was ridiculous. And then when you asked them for a raise, they looked at you like you were the biggest piece of shit because you wanted a raise because you work for tips. Well, that doesn't matter. You still work their, you know, your servers and bartenders to the core, man. They do like the job of 3, 4, 5 people. And that doesn't mean that everybody tips either. So keep that in mind too, you guys. Also, you know, if you are going out to a restaurant today, make sure that you tip your server. Or if you're in an industry where, you know, you can tip somebody, I'm really seeing tips here. And I don't know why I'm getting that, but definitely make sure that you're not being stingy with your money, because for some of you, you're being very stingy, okay? But yet you want everything. Oh my God, I've seen these people before. I mean, like I said, I worked in the restaurant industry. They acted like because they were giving you, you know, a dime that all of a sudden you're supposed to bend over backwards for them. The customer's not always right. Sometimes the customer's an asshole, okay? So keep that in mind, you guys. So for some of you, if anybody here is, you know, in the tipping industry or any of that kind of stuff, you could definitely be dealing with some type of an asshole, and it could bring some type of sorrow and grief. For others of you, you are quitting your job, you know, something that you have been doing because it is time for you to go back to school and learn something new. I feel like you're doing a lot of studying right now, and I do feel like this is going to move you into calmer waters. For some of you, I do see some type of travel. You could be traveling today, back and forth. Maybe you're going to the next town over and then you're coming back, home, okay? Because that's what I'm really seeing here. I just kind of see it as a day trip. I'm not seeing it as something that is like, you're going to be gone for weeks on end. I just don't see that. We do have two major arcanas here. We do have the Lovers card. The Lovers is all about a choice and decision. It's a head over heart decision. This is the Gemini card, and we are in Gemini season right now, okay? So this is about the head and heart and you having to get into alignment with the both of them. I feel like if your mind is playing tricks on you right now, you really need to go with the heart. What is the heart calling you to do? If you don't love what you're doing, if you don't love the people that you're around, if you are not okay with any of that, then it's time for you to take a trip. It's time for you to go bye-bye, okay? Because this just isn't going to fly. The next card we have out is the Scorpio, the death card, okay? You can't beg death from coming. No matter what happens, death is inevitable. And so I feel like for some of you, you're being defensive, and maybe somebody's being defensive towards you, but I feel like no matter what, there has to be an ending. Okay, there can't be any more of this back and forth wishy-washy energy, because that's what I'm kind of seeing here. It's like, you're either in or you're out, and that is all there is to it. I do feel like someone here is blocking their heart, okay? From being loved. They're blindfolded right now. They don't know what choice they want to make when it comes to love. I feel like there is some type of sadness, but I feel like this is crying over spilt milk too. With the Six of Swords here, Six of Swords is, again, get out of your head. The swords are about our thoughts, beliefs, our perceptions, the way we communicate with ourselves, the way we communicate with others. Okay, so this is a mercurial card, even when it's mirroring the Lovers. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, you're going to have to make a decision to get the hell out of Dodge. It's time for you to go. I feel like it's time for you to move forward. I do want to say that nothing is yet set in stone. So for some of you, maybe you've been thinking about quitting your job, and maybe you've decided, maybe I don't want to quit my job. Maybe I do want to stay here. I'm just going to ask for a raise, and hopefully they give you one. I feel... The King of Cups at the very end. Okay, so the King of Cups is someone here who he's very in tune with his emotions. He is showing up in the upright, so he is very in tune with his emotions. I feel like he's going with his heart instead of going with the logical approach. And I think that that's what the issue is, people are trying to take a logical approach right now. They're trying to take a logical approach, but that they want, a beginning before the death. And it's like, actually, no, death comes first and then you get the new beginning. And especially this day and age, it's like, oh, I'm not going to walk away from this relationship until I have something, on the other side. How about, like, for me, I just put in my notice. I don't have a fucking house to go to, but I got to be out of my place by June 30th. The reason why I did that without another place is to put myself into alignment with the universe that I'm not going to stay here anymore. Like, this does not align with who I am and the growth, okay? So I may not know where I'm going, but at least then I'm telling the universe that I'm ready to go either way. And in doing so, it's going to give me the opportunity to move forward very victoriously. It's going to bring in that brand new opportunity, right? That brand new path. And then it's going to be something of a surprise too. For some of you, somebody's going to surprise you and ask you out. For others of you, this person is going to surprise you and give you that raise that you were going to ask about. But the thing is you're waiting for something to, come alive first. Whether that's I'm not going to leave this relationship until I know where I'm going. Get the fuck out. Everything else will come along. It's like trying to put a bunch of boxes in your garage, right? You can't put more boxes in your garage if it's already full. You got to have a yard sale. Okay? So otherwise you're just a hoarder. You're just trying to collect people. You're collecting energies. And sometimes you just got to let it go. All right, Spirit. So please show me their love life. Yeah, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. You know, maybe there's a choice in love here. Somebody here just doesn't want to get it wrong this time. But, you know, this is my tangible card. Hey, would you like to go to dinner with me? Hey, would you like to get coffee with me? You know, take a leap of faith. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. But I feel like, you know, you got to quit looking at the past. You got to quit looking at, like, the people from the past. You know, maybe some people like to have text message or relationships. Other people don't. I know myself, I don't want a text message relationship. If I can't get the person to fucking call me, then we don't have anything to talk about. Next, you know, move on. But, you know, it's like, you know, express your love in a completely different way. And in doing so, I feel like, you know, you're going to get a lot further in this. So, you know, I feel like it's just opportunity. Yeah. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So that's what I'm talking about. Loving yourself first and setting those healthy boundaries and saying, hey, listen, you know, pick up the phone and call me. Don't text me. If a person doesn't get the cue, what more do you have to say? There's nothing more to say. You know, if the person is only, you know, love yourself enough that you're willing to sacrifice. Okay, that's what the death card is. Love yourself enough that you're willing to sacrifice for new love to come in. A new romantic partner or a new person has stirred your romantic interest or feelings. Excuse me. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Mercury retrograde. But I feel like, you know, this someone here, the new love and the Page of Pentacles, like I said, I do feel like somebody here could be offering you something tangible. Someone here is going to be wanting to take a leap of faith. You know, I feel like, you know, we don't have any planets really in earth signs right now to get anything grounded. So it is showing the pentacles here, but you know, the Six of Pentacles is getting the reciprocity that you deserve. You know, for some of you, you're needing some type of, you know, you're hoping for charity. You know, be mindful that in relationships, you're not asking for a, you know, charity, because, you know, if you're a charity case, well, then flip that, because nothing is yet set in stone just yet. Okay. So keep that in mind. You know, I feel like someone here is very guarded, you know, and it's because of some possible endings that they've been through. But I feel like, you know, you're moving on to a very peaceful situation. I do feel like someone here is, you know, make sure that this person isn't in and out of your life. You know, I feel like there's a lot of the time where some people are just, you know, in 1 minute and gone the next. Make sure that that's not what you're going through, because I feel like that's where your sorrow comes from. You know, you're waiting on somebody to, you know, offer up this, you know, this exciting, passionate, brand new offer. But again, you're waiting. It's like you're just sitting on it, you know, or this person, you know, offers it and then, you know, they ghost you. Okay. This is breadcrumbing. Make sure that you're not being breadcrumbed by somebody, you know, maybe because they're going through an ending. You know, end that. If anybody is breadcrumbing you, you know, let it go. Okay. If they're not willing to work on this relationship and it makes you feel like this, walk away. Move on. Move on. Okay. Unless somebody is actually willing to tell you how they feel about you, you know, really open up and actually say, hey, I actually would like to get to know you, you know, get going. You know, don't waste your time. Especially during a Mercury in retrograde, especially if these people are new. Be mindful of that, okay? If this is somebody that you've already been dealing with, it's okay to get going and just take things very slow. Obviously, you know, the Pentacles is about slow and steady wins the race. You know, this guy wants to move in and move quickly, but I feel like it just needs to be very gradual. Otherwise, it's going to be very choppy waters. You know, I feel like this person, you know, if you're so used to... I feel like for some of you, you don't feel like you need to make an effort. You know, it's like, oh, this person will come after me. This person will chase me. I think that you're mistaken. Okay. I think that this new person that you've brought into your life is waiting for you to make a move. They're not going to just run in. They're not going to, you know, they'll make an effort. You know, I'm sure that this person has already made the effort. They've already, you know, extended the olive branch. And then what are you doing? Sitting on it, and you're just going back to work. And then you're wondering why you're fucking lonely. I kind of just see like a little bit of an oxymoron here. But, you know, at the end of the day, I do see the King of Cups, and I do see where, you know, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpio, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Earth signs, air signs. No, we've got all the signs, but I'm going to say with the major arcanas, we've got Gemini, Scorpio, and Cancer here, okay? But I do feel like there's going to be some type of an offer that is extended, and I feel like you would be silly not to move forward on it, okay? And for some of you, this person is definitely keeping it a secret, that they are wanting to offer you something very practical, something that can take you guys down a whole new path. All in all, I think that it's a really beautiful reading. Spirit, please show me what messages you have for my singles out there. What messages for the singles? Okay, singles, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. You know, for singles, if you are wanting to get into a relationship with somebody and you've got somebody in mind, send out that offer. You know, take that leap of faith. Again, you know, I did say with the, you know, new moon in Taurus, you know, act as if. You know, if you're wanting to be in a relationship, tell the universe, like, hey, I'm married, you know, put it out there. Like, hey, my husband's going to be here or my wife's going to be here. You know, act as if it's already there, and so it shall be. Okay, Spirit, please show me for, well, I didn't ask any questions. Spirit, please show me for the married, my couples. Please show me my couples. What messages do you have for the couples? Spirit. Too many cards. I'm going to go ahead and take the one that flipped up. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So for those of you, maybe your significant other is on a work trip, they could be in the service, they could be overseas, you know, any one of those things, or maybe they're just having a, you know, a week with the girls or a week with the guys, a fishing trip, any one of those things. You know, you guys, no matter what, you're always together, okay? You're always together. You're always bonded. You know, maybe you're waiting on this to end and you're waiting for this person to come back home so the two of you guys can move along. Just know that no matter what, you know, there's no time and space, only love. And a message, overall message for all my followers. Okay, there we are. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. See, go with the flow, okay? Don't try to make anything happen. And guess what? What does this say? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Do everything from a space of love. And I'll tell you what, you enter into that factor. And again, only time will tell, because right now, nothing is yet set in stone. So, you know, a lot of my clients, you know, they'll call and I'm talking to them and they'll say, I don't want love. I don't want it. And then you really get into what they really truly want. And it's the one thing that they actually do want. They do want love. So, you know, I'm going to say, number one, stop it with the negative self-talk. I feel like we were only sent here to learn how to love. And I'll be honest with you, would all of this that we've dealt with, especially looking back at 2020, would every bit of what we went through be worth it if there wasn't an opportunity of love on the other side? There'd be no point, right? Everybody has a possibility of being loved, even if it's not by the person that you have to have it by. You know, open up your heart, and I'm telling you that you could end up with something even better, and it's not going to be the person that you are so accustomed to. In fact, this person is going to be better, okay? Anyway, you guys, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, don't forget to check in the description box down below. I love you all so very much and grateful that you're all here. Thank you to all my subscribers and all my newcomers. I want to thank you too. I love you all very much, and we'll chat again tomorrow.